We are here to be love to you and to hold space for love daily. I'm Dr. Flo, not telling you what I heard, what I know. What I know is that you're loved and lovable. You've always been loved and lovable, and you're going to be loved and lovable for the rest of your life. I'm an online clarity coach and organizational development and leadership guru to those who want to dream bigger. Always a pleasure to share love with all of you. We're going to talk about Family Matters this week, but first, let me introduce you to that lovely lady. Lovely ladies.
Ba-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Anyway, something. There's words. There's words, y'all. Also, speaking of that country thing, the Les Mis country version on I Dreamed a Dream, I didn't even know that was I Dreamed a Dream. It was in the general chat somewhere. I was throwing TikToks yesterday like nobody's business.
I love it. I love throwing TikTok. I love engagement. Like I love people who are excited and engaged in life, man. People who bring something to the table. What do you bring to the table out of your studio in Minnesota?
Well, I'm Tara. I'm your resident Black, biracial, multi-passionate musician. I bring myself, but also bringing an album very soon. I have to send Poppy Wada an email about that. And then also, I've got some spots open, y'all. This summer, I am open to discussion on what those spots can look like, whether it be group, individual, da-da-da-da. And yeah, my presence, right? I'm present enough. That's
our presence is a gift.
Indeed.
Our presence is a gift.
We say thank you. We lift it up and say thank you.
We thank you. Thank you, Jesus, for giving us presence as a superpower. It's week 19. It's all about family matters, deepening and nurturing family bonds through intentional presence, as Tara just said. Y'all know that for the next 7 days, we're going to be taking you through a chakra connection, a grounding and opening practice, a daily teaching, affirmation that you can put in your pocket to lift you higher, and also calls to action that will give you something to do to be better in your vibration this week. But first, we're going to talk about what today is and what we're celebrating in the International Happy Days.
Indeed. It is National Lemonade Day. Happy lemonade drinking day, y'all.
Do you put anything in your lemonade? Have you ever had like a lavender lemonade or like a mint lemonade?
I'm not sure that I would dig mint in particular, since I do not like a mojito. It tastes like toothpaste, and I don't want to drink toothpaste.
I didn't know that about you.
Like I like like thin mints, and I like things that are chocolate and mint, but I feel like if I drink it, it's like toothpaste.
I like a muddled mint mojito with extra mint. I like it extra minty. But now that you talked about it, but I don't equate it like mojitos are doing a different thing than the toothpaste is doing.
It's true, but I do like blackberry lemonades, like muddled blackberries and strawberries and like all that jazz. And frozen lemonades are my jam. I used to go to the Omaha Zoo exclusively to get my frozen pink lemonade. It was so good. And it was so good when it was 100 degrees outside.
What makes a pink lemonade pink?
I think is it not the strawberries?
Okay, hold on.
Is it? I think it's like Well, I guess they have pink lemonade and they have strawberry lemonade. I don't know what makes pink lemonade pink. But he's going to look it up, and I'm going to tell you the rest of these. It is Be Kind to Animals Week.
Lemonade's pink color comes from the addition of food coloring, natural fruit juices, or flavors. Common additions include cranberry juice, grape juice, grenadine, fruit syrups, or crushed fruits like raspberries or strawberries. Some versions also use food coloring directly to achieve the pink hue. I think that I would prefer like the cranberry. You don't like cranberry juice though.
I don't do the cranberry juice. But I would do like strawberry, or the grenadine sounded really good. Like if you get a really tart, like skip the sugar in the lemonade. You know what I'm saying? Skip the sugar and instead just use grenadine. I'm sure that is spectacular.
Chef's kiss.
I'm sure that is so good.
Happy Lemonade Day to all of you that celebrate. What else?
Happy National Lemon Day. Lemonade Day.
Yes.
It is
Beyonce for that album.
We're not going to celebrate this one, but I'm going to tell you that what it is. It is National Correctional Officers Week. It is Be Kind to Animals Week. It's Drinking Water Week. It's National Pet Week. It is National Small Business Week. We both own small businesses. Y'all, the easiest way to support a small business is by sharing our ish.
Yeah.
National Tourism Week. That's exciting. No, that's not what it says. It says North American Occupational Safety and Health Week. Public Service Recognition Week. Red Cross Week. Teacher Appreciation Week.
Love teachers.
Anti-Bullying Day. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Bereaved Mother's Day. I don't know who that person is. I don't even know how to pronounce that last name. Firefighters Memorial Day. It's Greenery Day. It is International Dawn Chorus Day. International Respect for Chickens Day. Kind Day. May Day for Mutts. Motorcycle Mass and Blessing of the Bikes Day.
Yes, Blessing of the Bikes.
Blessing of the Bikes. National Orange Juice Day. National Renewal Day. National Weather Observers Day. Petite and Proud Day. That's a day for me.
I love Petite and Proud.
Petite and Proud. Relationship Renewal Day, which we were just talking about before we got on here.
Yes.
World Laughter Day. It's Audrey Hepburn's birthday. Happy heavenly birthday. Isn't Audrey Hepburn dead? I think she did.
Quite.
She's not dead?
Quite.
Oh, quite. Okay, I thought you said not quite. I said
No.
I'm pretty sure she.
No,
would be like,
she's one of those ones that they hold up in high regard. She actually came here May 4th, 1929, and left here January 20th, 1993.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
she's British, which I didn't know. British.
I didn't know she was British either.
British.
Well, happy heavenly birthday, Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah.
It's Navia Robinson's. I don't know who that is. Noah Beck. Also don't know who that is. And Preston Plays. I know none of those people, but happy birthday to you.
Could you scroll back up to the chickens one? I want to hear more about the chickens and the petite people.
The chicken one. Let's see. Okay.
One
Petite and Proud. We're going there first.
Okay. Okay.
It's time for short people to take over on Petite and Proud Day on May 4th. Today, see how you can embrace your small stature with nothing but pride. The day is dedicated to all people below 5 feet 4 inches. That's me. To allow them to unapologetically be proud of their stature. Short people often that's not what it says. It says short people are often teased about their height, but this day makes sure they get all the positive attention they deserve. So y'all gotta be nice to me today. That's what it really means.
We will do our best to always be nice to those who are petite. Also, shout out to Delightful Delilah, Dahlia, Delightful Dahlia. Delilah is the whore from the Bible. For those of you who, I don't think that's how you pronounce your name. I call her Dolly. I love her. Dolly's in the TikTok, and I cannot wait to see her come into the space and make magic as well. You're so loved and lovable. Yes. I called you Delilah, but I think it's
Do I know this person?
You're TAing Dolly's program.
Got it.
And, they came over to check us out.
Did I say something about chickens? Because I can't find
it. You did say something.
Oh, here it is. International Respect for Chickens Day. Here we go.
The podcast live. We can't wait to have you on, actually. We got slots. We would love to talk spirituality, faith, freedom, all the things. All of the things. Oh, here we go. So we got it phonetically, Terry. It's Dahlia. Certainly not Delilah.
Dahlia is very different.
Yeah,
delightful. That's not Delilah at all.
It's not, and I'm sorry. Yeah, Delilah. You don't want to. According to the Delilah, well, Delilah is a American radio personality. If y'all know her from the late nights, but if you look up Delilah in the Bible, if I'm not mistaken,
isn't she the one that cut off Samson's hair?
She is. She is the barber.
Yeah.
The betrayer.
All his strength from him, child.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, good night.
Laying down with them women's. Laying down with them women's. You lay down with dogs, you get up with fleas, Tara.
That part.
But yeah, we love Delia and Dolly. And yeah, we're gonna
We're going to talk about chickens now.
Yes, we were going to pivot from a eagle of a human dolly into talking about chickens. Okay, so what is the day again?
Okay, so it's International Respect for Chickens Day. It is a day to promote compassion and respectful treatment of chickens and other domestic fowl. United Poultry Concerns started on this day in 2005. Karen Davis started United Poultry Concerns not just for chickens, but also for other domestic farm birds like turkeys and ducks. Raising these birds is for food production, experiments, education, and entertainment. The International Respect for Chickens Day aims to reduce the pain. I'm so sorry, y'all. To
Was there
reduce.
a movie about this? Like, that's a Chicken Run. Chicken Run is all about this. What is we should watch Chicken Run, or at least this clip of it today.
Reduce the pain and plight of these birds by raising awareness about their condition among the public. The day also emphasizes the importance and benefits of a vegan lifestyle. Leave me alone. I like chicken.
We love Chicken Run. Love Chicken Run. I love Chicken Run. I also love Bug's Life. Have you ever seen the Bee Movie? All of these little nature personification type things. You know, Tara? No, you haven't seen the Bee Movie.
No, I missed that day in Love and Action class.
It's okay. No FOMO. Gives us something to put on the bucket list. I love these little movies,
yes.
and I'm not falling asleep on them. So yeah, peace to the chickens. The Buddhist monastery that I used to go to silent retreats on had chickens that roamed, and they were there to be peaceful and not eventually be eaten. But also shout out to Popeyes. I mean, like, love the chickens. And hashtag Popeyes. Yes, B movie, Ratatouille. We love Ratatouille.
I do love Ratatouille.
We love Ratatouille.
Ratatouille is a great movie.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding us, Dolly, of our childlike heart. It's important to return to so you don't turn into one of those crotchety old people that's like, I don't want to change. But God is change, and love is change, and changing's good, and growing is good, and also deepening and nurturing family bonds through intentional presence is a good thing. As we promised, 7 days a week, sometimes filed a little later depending on how the week flows. We promise at least 15 minutes of live streams daily, including a chakra connection, grounding opening practice, daily teaching, an affirmation that you can use, and also a call to action. And that moves us into today's root chakra. The 7-Day Pillar Challenge was brought to us over 7,000 years of technology from Poppy Water and the House of Mommy Water. We take a chakra a day, Sunday through Saturday, and we root ourselves and then rise and ascend into our crown chakra every Saturday. So for those of you who have subscribed to our newsletter and podcast, you will have opportunities weekly to go from your root chakra on Sunday up into your sacral chakra on Monday, solar plexus on Tuesday. Tara loves the heart chakra on Wednesday. Welcome back, Loretta. You're loved and lovable. We love heart chakra Wednesday. Y'all know I can talk great shit. That's something we do well here. We love people, we support, and we talk shit. And that happens through the opening of the throat chakra on Thursday. Then we talk about what we see on Fridays through the third eye. And then, of course, we're in the crown chakra of knowing and understanding on Saturday. And so if you hang out with us either in our official membership portal on Band or in the WhatsApp groups or here in the digital live stream spaces, if you're with us for 7 days plus, you're going to have a whole energetic attunement inside, Kundalini style, of course, starting on Sundays in the root. And this program has had many different hosts and many different collaborators with more to come. However, Tara and I started months ago doing Root Chakra Day together because we're a community here. You know, we want to be rooted in our I am. I am loved and lovable. I am a leader. I am a follower. I am a teacher. I am a student. I am a live streamer. I am a husband. I am a brother. I am an asshole. I am also wonderful. And just owning all of those parts of ourselves on Sunday in community Of course, when I say I'm an asshole, a gentleman is never rude except on purpose, and people will always give you a reason. Okay? And if you give me a reason, I got the time. But a gentleman is never rude on purpose. But I do own the asshole thing, a la Debbie Ford, who taught that there are times in your life where you will be called upon to be an asshole in your divinity. People who have clear boundaries, people who offer protection to the petite people, and those who, are not strong in spiritual or physical stature. Those people are often going to be called assholes because they're standing up for what's right. We got to learn to be able to take that on too. Say, I know that's who I am, but what are y'all doing to put your love in action today? So anyway, on the Root Chakra Day, we talk about our I am presence. This 4-week cycle is all about love and relationships. And last week we talked about building strong friendships. And this week we're going to move Loretta and Dolly into talking about family matters. It's a rare condition this day and age. Reading the good news on the newspaper page. Yeah, if y'all remember Family Matters with Steve Urkel from my childhood. And as I've said 3,000 times already, we can deepen and nurture our family bonds by being intentional. And there's a power of belonging to a group of people. There's a power of belonging to real family and soul family. And there's a power to having shared history. Loretta and Tara have been in my life for 4 years. The Love and Action Network family foundations are built around that shared history. There's 1 year where I was barely eating in New York because of the way in which the pandemic was rocking and socking me. And Loretta sent me like almost the majority. You hear my Alexa going off telling me that we have a 3 o'clock room on Clubhouse, but we're here.
We're here.
Holding space. But it's reminding me very loudly in the background if y'all can hear that in the studio. It is the shared history of the last 4 years of Loretta sending me large amounts of tax returns that year. I remember, like I was the damn IRS, to say, yo, you can survive, and I'm going to help you through our shared history. The root chakra is all about grounding our ancestry and also our safety. Have you talked to your ancestors today concerning you? Loretta says, Loretta is not going anywhere. I will remain in your life. Thank you so much. We will remain in your life until Spirit calls me to cross the rainbow bridge. And then we've left behind, you and I alone, Tara, have left behind hundreds of hours of footage of how we lived here. We joke with each other all the time, say, we have lived here.
We have lived here.
We have lived here. Beyond
even this morning.
we have. There's a safety in it. There's a grounding presence in knowing that I am yours and you are mine, Loretta. We're grateful for that. Family, chosen or biological, is often the first place we experience belonging. We've united over the last 4 years around the I am loved and lovable message. You are loved and lovable. I can't change that about you. And you're going to have to get curious in your life about what that means for you. Like, truly, just take a moment. If you're listening now or on the podcast later, or if you're over on Substack watching the video offering, just take a moment to take a breath, which Tara's about to lead us into. Take a breath and just see yourself in the future loved and lovable. What are you tasting? What are you hearing? What are you smelling? Who are you hugging? Who are you making love to in your loved and lovable future? My bills are all paid in my loved and lovable future. I want a beach somewhere with my buns out in my loved and lovable future.
That nude beach in France.
There's nude beaches everywhere. When I say buns, I mean like covered buns. I love knowing people. I don't want to know people on that level. I just want to be smack crumbs off your titties last week and was flabbergasted. I'm not going to. She was eating. For those of you who are well endowed up top, like Tara, blessings to her husband and those who came before, and she was eating something like my aunt Teeny, who has. I could cry. We laugh and cry here all the time. My aunt Teeny is no longer here. She loved my music the way Tara does. She supported my music. She got me karaoke machines. My aunt Teeny, who's also my godparent, my aunt Teeny loved me and my music. And you know another thing she did, just like Tara, she beat her titties at the table. I've never seen like it. I said, "What are you doing?" She was like, "I was like, just I got crumbs on my titties." I was like, "Girl, I have not seen a black woman beat her titties in 20 years." Just
It was popcorn for those wondering.
Made herself an instrument, child.
An instrument of that piece, child.
Literally, what are you doing here? Because Tara's not really comfortable, but it's still like I think
there's occasionally things that we're like
learning your people. If you're curious in your marriage or your relationship, there are things that she's learning about Ross still to this day. There are things I'm learning about Poppy to this day. You don't want it to get old and boring, but when she smacked the shit out of the crumbs, just beat the crumbs off her titties, I said, that's only happened in my life by one other person who's no longer here, and now you're the second. And then we gave gratitude for being well endowed enough up top to have titties to beat crumbs off of in the first place.
We did.
Anyway, we're gonna do the root chakra breathing practice and move forward. I'm laughing.
We are. I want to say I think Flo framed this well, but the root chakra, just to be clear, is about grounding, ancestry, and safety, and family, which can be chosen or biological. We sometimes joke in this network about calling the family. It's not generally biological family. It is the people in this community. And you'll often hear us in the clubhouse rooms, or at least me. I don't know that Dr. Flo says it, but I often say, when you come in this room, you are part of the family. When you come in this room, you are part of the family. You have become part of the family. Welcome, right?
She puts on a really awesome casserole, and it's true. Like, if I'm ever at war with Poppy, and I need another set of loving presence in the space, I will call the family. I will call them and say, this nigga has lost his mind, and then vice versa. There's been text messages and calls to Tara and rooms where it's been like, Flo is on one, help, and calling the family is important. Those of you who are out there struggling alone, trying to do it alone, trying to pull yourself up by your own bootstraps, don't want nobody to know that you have the same pain, public and private, that everybody else has, give it up. Get yourself a family. We will be your soul family or nurture you into that experience if we get on your nerves. And then call them. God is near. We've been very preachy today. God, love, goodness. Goodness is near to those who call upon its name. Can I get an amen in the room?
Amen, John.
Love is near to those who call upon it. And so there's been so much amazing work that I've seen in the last week from our community of knowing when to be still, and then also knowing when to call the family. Knowing when to be still, and then knowing when to ask, like, I see that you're silent. Is this good silence, or is this the kind that could set us back 3 years of production?
Right.
Yeah. And so we're family that way. Nobody else in my family of origin is calling me to ask about my hopes and my dreams and my ambitions and my feelings. That's something that's happening within the people who are in this space right now. And we do gratitude every day on Clubhouse in our rooms, but that's something to really be grateful for, that we can call for love and it answers us. I yield.
It's something that I feel like we've been talking about truly, like, because the end of the sentence says that family is often the first place we experience belonging. And I know for a lot of people that come into our network, in this community in particular, this family in particular, that this is one of the first places that they've felt true belonging and truly held. And that scares a lot of people. And that's why, that's part of why it doesn't get so big, because we go mile deep with everyone, right? We were listening to some podcasts. This was probably almost a year ago now, but in the podcast, the lady said there is a crisis of belonging in America.
Bars.
A crisis of belonging, and I think really over the last year we've cultivated a space to sort of answer that crisis, right? Not sort of answer, to answer that crisis. We have opened...
We answer it with presence.
Right. And we have, Dr. Flo and I have both worked on being more honest, open, willing, and available to you all in order to welcome more people into the community. So let's do some breathing. Y'all know there's a mindfulness practice each day. I love the breathing ones. So breathe with me now. I'll give you some instructions. We are going to inhale. See, this is my favorite thing. We're going to inhale, and we're going to speak something. We're going to exhale, and we're going to speak something. Okay. You can do this in your car. You don't have to close your eyes, but if it feels good to you and you are in a safe place, you can close your eyes. So here we go. Breathing in, and say to yourself, I am grounded. And exhale that breath. I belong. One more time. Inhale. I am grounded. Exhale. I belong. You can also, as we'll do it one more time, you can also during this visualize a family tree. It says your family tree, but whatever that looks like to you. And visualize the roots of that tree anchoring you deeply. One more time, breathing in. I am grounded. Exhale. I belong. Yeah.
Tara, there's a whole network of communication that's happening underground, tree to tree. The trees of the forest talk through their roots. And what's being impressed upon my spirit as a woo-woo download is that there's nothing wrong with being rooted in yourself and then communicating with other people from the grounded place. You don't see trees uprooting themselves in the neighborhood trying to whisper.
Not unless you're watching Lord of the Rings, child, with the Ents. But the Ents are also very grounded, okay? Treebeard is like my favorite character in Lord of the Rings.
I don't live in Lord of the Rings, Tara. I live here.
I made a promise, Dr. Flo. A promise.
Please do the ring quote that I love.
Okay.
What? The internet is
Put you in the camera.
The internet is doing something crazy.
Here we go. This is Frodo. Uh-oh. It said my connection has been lost. Am I still here, girl?
Back. The devil is a liar.
The devil is a liar. Okay. I'm here. Frodo says to Gandalf, I wish the ring had never come to me. And Gandalf says, so do all who live to see such times. But it is up to us to decide what to do with the time that is given to us.
It is up to us to decide what to do with the time given to us. Ooh. Ooh, child. Like, what are you doing with your dash, man? You get like we just looked up Audrey Hepburn. She had a start date and an end date, and so much life in that dash. What are you doing in that dash? Do you got family traditions that you love? Are there rituals that you built into your community? We have clubhouse rooms. We have a WhatsApp community. We have a community academy. These are us making traditions of accountability and friendship one to another to help our roots of our creativity go deeper. We call each other deeper into these spaces by the traditions that we do and the rituals that we create. And we all have a need for stability and reliability. And I know that some of you who are listening today or listening back in the podcast and the video offerings, I know that you've been hurt by family and friends because you longed for stability and you wanted them to be reliable and they failed you. There's not a single person in the space who has not been, excuse me, who's not been betrayed in the areas of stability and reliability. People will let you down. I could let you down. Tara could let you down. Poppy could let you down. The community could let you down. And so when these things happen, sometimes it can chip away at our nurtured stability and reliability. And we all need it. And that's why you have to build in these traditions. Tara and I have a tradition of a process called ouch and oops. When I say something that's offensive towards her, she, in her power, and is in power to say, ouch, Flo. You bit me, Charlie.
Ouch, Charlie, that really hurt.
Ouch, Charlie. Charlie bit my finger. You're allowed to say that. We have a family tradition here of ouch and oops. And then after the Charlie bit my finger, ouch happens, we go, oops, I'm sorry. I did not want that to land that way. Or I was being an asshole and I really wanted it to land, but I was out of order.
And both of those have happened in the last 2 weeks, y'all. Both of us, like and so like I'm just stating here because I also think that like another quote that came up last year was about cults moving in the same direction and thinking exactly the same, and communities moving and movements moving in the same direction but thinking differently. And I just want to encourage you that if you feel belonging somewhere but you find yourself disagreeing a lot, that's okay. If y'all join the deconstruction chat underneath the general WhatsApp chat, Dr. Flo and I disagree the fuck out of each other in that chat. Like, and that's not where like the oops ouch normally happens, but like disagreement is so normal, and like overreaction and under oopsing is like a total, like it's so normal. It's so normal.
We got into it this morning about boycotts. But
Right.
Not in it, but like it was kind of like a, you know, we're engaging some weird, interesting society, folks. When you're talking about a allegedly a woman who believes herself to be white throwing racist slurs at an autistic black child.
Correct.
And then raising over $500,000 plus, probably almost $1 million now, based around that hatred and self-protection. And then people are now finding out that if you follow the money, which we've been talking about for years, Square and all of these payment systems and Cash App are part of the funding of people who have nationalist and bigoted ideas. I cannot divest from Cash App even if a racist is being funded by them, because that's how the black ass people who I love in the community pay me.
That part. And like, yeah, and this is a deconstruction junction thing, but like also the GoFundMe that was set up for the little boy has now raised 400,000. I saw that on Threads this morning.
That's good.
And so like not
have to be traumatized on your childhood playground to get the money though.
Yeah.
You know, a white lady has to call you nigga in order for you to be funded here, you know.
Right.
We need the same in our organization to feed the 1 in 6 hungry people spiritually in our community and physically in our community, and to spread the joys of revolution. We need that same amount of cash. It's just I don't want to get called a nigga on the playground for it.
Not on the playground. Not on the playground, child. Not nowhere. Not by a white person anyway.
No, no. I mean, unless you are a brown person calling me a real nigga. Then you can't really do that. She knew she's out of pocket. What I didn't like about it, and you're right, this is a deconstruction, it's a whole different podcast situation, but I do want to say that hatred is intentional.
And it's taught.
And it's taught. It's intentional and it's taught. And the lovers and the light workers are going to have to get louder than the hateful so-called white ladies on the playground. Like, there's so much to unpack, but I really want to encourage all the light workers and the healers to start moving with equal audacity.
Yeah. Be proactive instead of reactive. A lot of our work as light workers, as social justice workers, as Black people on the face of the planet is reaction to what whiteness is doing, right? And we talked about this in a clubhouse room this week, but this is the same thing in family. A lot of times family relations blow up because we're constantly in a reactive state. Dr. Flo and I talked before this about basically, the leadership of the network sort of being in a reactive state for a period of months now, right? In a totally like reactive, triggered, I don't like that word, but triggered state, where everything was like, it was a big thing. And it didn't need to be, but that's because we were in reactive states. And so I often think about that and think about how we can come back to wrap it back to root chakra, come back to groundedness in ourselves, to be less reactionary and take the step back and be still and know and root in ourselves before we then come back and approach. And that's what it has been, coming back to this week, especially, but the last couple weeks. An affirmation for you all is my family is grounded in love and stability.
Your family is grounded in love and stability.
Mm-hmm.
You can believe that your family is chaotic. You can even make Tara's forthcoming book choices about the family that you keep and that you hold. But you could think that your family is chaotic, or you can start to profess, and affirm over yourself today that your family is grounded in love and stability. You can take it the rest of the way. I just wanted to turn it into the you form because Louise Hay taught us that affirmations are powerful for the conscious and subconscious mind. And sometimes when we're in here saying, my family is grounded in love and stability, it makes people who are not spiritually aware think that we're just talking about us. No.
Yeah.
Your family.
Your family.
And love. Our family is grounded in love.
Yes.
This is happening to you.
And I would say a call to action to everyone. I'm going to add one. This is not what it says on our show notes. But based on that affirmation, and today, I would love for all of you to take a moment and journal somewhere or say out loud or just do the exercise of visualization in your brain to describe what groundedness looks like for you. Once you have that idea, I want you to challenge it. That you can be grounded. Like the initial one is going to be everything is right? Like you're by the ocean, you got your bucket of chicken if you're Dr. Flo.
Awesome. Shelter
right.
Ross.
There's nice music, there's flowing, whatever. And that's where you feel the most grounded. And then I want you to challenge that with the chaos, right? And see how you can feel grounded inside of that chaos. Because a lot of times it's our conditions. We were talking about unconditional love this morning. It's our conditions that cause us to not feel grounded in family and in community with each other. And so just challenge what that groundedness looks like to you and find other ways to be grounded. Now, the call to action that Allegra gave us today is to revisit.
I'm sorry. I'm going to say right here, because anybody can be grounded when life is good.
Yes.
That's easy. Being grounded when the bank account is full and the bills are paid and you just burp because the meal was so good. Yep. Like, anybody can be grounded in that condition. Can you be grounded in the middle of the hurricane?
Right.
Right. That's what we're working towards. That's the good googly moogly.
Googly moogly. Exactly. All right. So their call to action is revisit a meaningful family tradition today, or ask a family member to share a cherished memory.
I did it talking about my Aunt Tina's titties.
That part.
Cherished memory. Like she used to on Sundays, just like today, as a young warthog.
When I was a young warthog.
I was a young warthog. We used to after church go to do nursing home ministry and to sing for the olds. And she, as a reward, would take me out to Wendy's for a junior bacon cheeseburger combo. Thusly, my affinity for Wendy's, which I hope to have soon, like I did in New York every other day. And anyway, it's a cherished memory because like yourself, Tara, y'all don't have to be kind to me or love me in any way. Love is a choice. Love is the ultimate choice. And the fact that my Aunt Teeny, may her memory continue to be a blessing, the fact that she took the time to put a 6-year-old boy like me or 7-year-old boy like me in her car and to take me to do shows for the olds, special. It's before the likes, it's before the view count. It's before how many subscribers do you have on TikTok? How many subscribers do you have on YouTube? How many people are following you on Instagram? Before all of that, there was a heart-to-heart care for people. And I do want to get back into convalescent care and hospice work because those people are just grateful that someone is thinking about them. So many people have been abandoned in those hospice centers and in those old folks' homes, which I shouldn't call it that, but they're old and they're folks. And it's important that us able-bodied young people continue to do the intergenerational work of love and care. So, yes, by all means today, do revisit that family tradition and ask a family member to share something that is cherished in their heart. We got to recognize that real love never evaporates. Tara often talks about her uncle who crossed the Rainbow Bridge. I only know about him, and one of the lockets on her neck, I believe, is part of this guy's lineage. Am I making that up?
Yeah, I'm not wearing it today, but it is a cross. It's the one thing that people think I'm Christian for because I do wear a cross. The chain is broken, but I did ask my husband for Mother's Day if we could get me a new chain so that I could wear that necklace.
Yeah. Your uncle, and I don't know what is his name?
Lonnie.
Lonnie. Yeah, her uncle Lonnie has a soft place in my heart because of the cherished memories that she chose to share. So they're shutting us down over on TikTok. So I'm just going to say thank you for watching today. Thank you for holding space for love. We've just been talking a long time. The show that I did before this and this just timed out. So they're like, yo, you haven't been tapping the screen. You haven't been, being a robot for us. So we got 3 minutes and 54 seconds to cook a memory before I have to reach over and just reset it. But we'll be done by then because I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank y'all for holding space for love daily. We are not perfect people, Tara and I. We ride the roller coaster of crazy just like everybody else. It's really impossible kind of in the society with the ways in which we're being pushed with notifications and just the bombardment of like beauty and terror. It can be hard to feel grounded and to stay grounded. The one thing that we're being praised for the most right now, though, is our consistency to this work. There are people who are running around saying, the sky's falling, the sky's falling, the sky's falling. We are here reminding you that you're loved and lovable. And we're going to continue to do it every day until we drop and become an Uncle Lonnie or Aunt Teeny or any other type of loved and lovable ancestor. Thank you to Poppy Water and the House of Mommy Water for 7,000 years of knowledge translated through the chakra system. Thank you to Tara for producing Love in Action programming and just being a champion for our hopes and dreams. Super grateful for you and the way that you see the storm coming and you say, I bought a slicker for this.
I got a poncho, babe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm really grateful for your poncho in the community. There's been lots of sand and water and dirt and air and everything. That's part of life. But having someone who will weather the storms with you is a very special gift that Tara gives all of us in this network. The holding of space in the academy spaces, in the digital spaces of Clubhouse and beyond. She's just consistent, stable, and reliable. And I'm very grateful. As a person, like we talked earlier, who didn't have a lot of stability and reliability in my family of origin, having you as chosen and knowing that you are as steadfast as humanly possible is something that I stand on daily. It makes me a stronger human. So thank you, Tara. Sincerely.
Don't do it.
Okay. And
Dr. Flo.
okay, I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
You're ready, but don't do
I'm
it.
ready, but I'm not going to do it.
What
And
are you saying? What are you saying thank you to yourself for? Or you want me to take it?
showing the fuck up.
That part. You know what? Thank you for coming to consistency. Thank you for the work that you have decided to do on yourself. Thank you for the choice of continuing to deepen your level of trust in communities and in family, and allowing yourself to be more honest, open, willing, and available. The biggest change over the last 4 years is you're honest, open, willing, and available. And thank you for allowing yourself to reap the seeds that you put in the ground. It's coming very soon. Those tulips they're out the ground. The lily's about to bloom. The tomatoes are going to bear fruit. It's coming. Thank you for being adamant about what you want and what you need, even when you're scared. And thank you for saying it out loud. With that, from all of us here at Love in Action Network, all the people that were named and not named, y'all, continue to be anti-racist, be safe, wear a mask, make good trouble, do good work. I love y'all hardcore. You are loved and lovable, and ain't nobody can change that. Joy is our revolution.
Joy.
Step into it, belong to it, walk in it today. Share it with us at lovedandlovable.bio.link, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.